PUMA Speed Silo, the Ultra 6 Ultimate AG. When I first tried them on, they felt firmer and more solid than I imagined. The Ultra 6 Ultimate AG features a lightweight mesh upper with PUMA's Grip Control Pro coating. When I first touched the material and wore the cleats, I immediately noticed that the upper felt noticeably stiffer compared to the previous Ultra 5. After playing 1 or 2 matches, the upper did become slightly more flexible, but overall, it still felt firmer than before. The Grip Control Pro texture felt rougher and more matte than before, and I could sense the upper's surface helping with ball control. The overall grip and touch when controlling the ball felt slightly more pronounced compared to the last model. Inside the upper, PUMA applied the PowerTape SQD support frame. Starting with the Ultra 5, this tape-based structure was designed to support the foot. PUMA mentioned that they redesigned it for the Ultra 6, but when wearing it, I couldn't feel a major difference. The support around the foot, however, still felt stable and reliable. The shape of the Ultra 6 Ultimate is quite similar to the Ultra 5. When I slipped my foot in, the width felt about average, not too narrow, not too wide. The fit wasn't particularly tight, but since the upper is firmer and a little bulkier than before, it felt slightly uncomfortable at first. The toe box felt a bit wider compared to the previous version, but because of the upper's stiffness, it didn't feel like a relaxed kind of space. Instead, my foot moved slightly inside the cleat, which made the initial fit feel less comfortable. For players who prefer a snug, close-fitting cleat, I would recommend the Ultra 5 rather than the Ultra 6. The Ultra 6 Ultimate AG has a one-piece tongue design with stretchy knit material around the ankle and instep. One thing that hasn't changed from the previous model is the slight gap that forms around the ankle. It doesn't cause major discomfort, but it does make the ankle lockdown feel a bit weaker than expected. At the heel, there's an external heel counter, and inside, the same ortholite cushioning found in the Ultra 5 is used again. Still, the heel lockdown felt somewhat loose to me. There was a small amount of heel lift while playing, and the ankle area didn't feel as securely held as I would have liked. The insole is PUMA's Ortholite Awesome Nano Grip insole, which has been used across their recent soccer cleats. It's the same one found in the Ultra 5, but this time the cushioning extends across the entire sole. The insole feels soft and stable, with a clear non-slip sensation when wearing it. The AG outsole features round studs, typical of artificial ground cleats. Compared to previous FG AG models, PUMA now separates their outsoles into 3 types: FG, AG, and MG, and this pair is the AG version. The stud length felt average for AG standards, but the traction was excellent on the pitch. We tested the cleats on an average quality artificial turf field. Compared to standard FG cleats, these definitely felt like true AG models, offering stable and comfortable grip. However, compared to other AG and MG cleats from different brands, the studs on the Ultra 6 felt slightly longer. On poorly maintained or harder turf surfaces, I would recommend choosing the MG version instead. When striking the ball, the Ultra 6 clearly carried on the same strengths that define the Ultra series. The thin and firm synthetic upper delivers a sharp and clean striking feel, and it felt like the power transferred efficiently through the ball. Even on curved shots, the surface texture made light contact with the ball, adding a subtle grip sensation. Personally, I think the biggest strength of the Ultra 6 Ultimate lies in the way it performs during kicks. When passing and receiving, the touch felt thin but somewhat stiff and bouncy, as if the upper slightly repelled the ball. Still, the surface grip provided some extra control, making the overall touch quality feel decent and consistent. During dribbling, the cleats felt lightweight, and the textured upper helped with quick, close control. It felt like the kind of cleat that suits fast players who need to maintain control while running at high speed. The reviewer's foot length is 268 millimeters with a width of 100 millimeters. They usually wear a US 9.5 in Nike and a US 9 in both Adidas and PUMA. For this test, I wore a US 9. The fit felt slightly long, but consistent with recent PUMA sizing. Based on that, we recommend choosing your usual size for this model. According to our All That Boots reviewer's personal summary, we hope this helps you make a confident choice when purchasing your next pair of soccer cleats.